Finally, a response, a reaction from Harbhajan Akash.
That's right, Ankita. In fact, this whole tour really, there hasn't been any shortage of controversy, has there? Now, Matthew Hayden, remember, he launched a fresh attack against Harbhajan Singh on Tuesday, calling the off-spinner an obnoxious weed, a comment that could really create more bad blood between the two teams, between India and Australia. Speaking on Brisbane radio, Hayden said, and I quote, "It's been a bit of a long battle with Harbhajan. The first time I ever met him, he was the same little obnoxious weed that he is now. I called him a bad boy. He took offense to that. I thought that was quite funny. I said, mate, you should be flattered. It's a clothing range." Right, that was Hayden's statement on Bhajji that he made on Tuesday on Brisbane radio. And on the flight back from Hobart to Sydney, Harbhajan Singh told NDTV that while he had nothing to say in reaction to Hayden's comments, everyone knew who the bad boys really are. He also said the Australians had provoked Team India throughout the series. Team India manager said that they would rather let the cricket talk rather than make controversial statements. Now, on Hayden's latest outburst, the BCCI says that it's perhaps best to ignore all this. Some people have a habit of getting into controversies.
I think I should react for such a small incident. Some players have a habit to go into this type of controversy. I think, like from the senior player, everybody should learn from that. This whole thing has to be ignored, because there are people in the game, they all the time like to do such things and make a controversy. I think we should avoid certain controversy.
Right, now really all through this tour of Australia, the India has been on, the situation has been rather volatile. Now every comment that anyone makes really threatens to really put the situation in put it on a bad light even further, and every comment really adds fuel to the fire that's raging and to the strained relations between Indian and Australian cricket. Now what we can do right now is quickly cut across to NDTV's Anjali Doshi, who joins us on the phone line from Sydney. In fact, she's just reached Sydney from Hobart. Anjali, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, if I could quickly club two questions into one. A, the kind of reactions that we are getting from the Indians, from Bhajji, who's saying that I don't want to comment on this, but we all know who the bad boys really are. Also, we heard Niranjan Shah, who just said, we don't want to make any controversial statements right now. It's best to ignore all this. The sense that we get right now is that the BCCI and the Indian team management really don't want to get into another sparring contest with the Aussies. They just don't want to make this whole thing blow out of proportion. And also, there are reports coming in that Cricket Australia will also be holding a meeting on this. What are you hearing on that?
Yes, Akash. I mean, I was on the flight, in fact, with the team, and a lot of them spoke about, Hayden's latest comments, and all of them seem to sort of play it down and not really want to make much of it. India is heading into the finals of this series, and really they'd all like to focus on that and not let this controversy dominate the one-day series as it did during the test series. So keeping all of that in mind, really Harbhajan's response was just a shrug of the shoulders and saying that, I really don't have anything to say. I mean, everyone knows who the bad boys are, and everyone knows that they've done this time and time again, and it continues, and they're not going to stop. And there are a few characters in particular, and that's of course Andrew Simons, Matthew Hayden, Ricky Ponting and Michael Clarke, who keep figuring in these controversies between the Australian and Indian players. And of course, if you notice, Akash, even the people that keep figuring in the controversies from the Indian side are, of course, Harbhajan Singh, and to a lesser extent Ishant Sharma and Srishant. So the Australians have realized who they can build as soft targets and who really are volatile characters in the Indian team, who do seem to get affected by statements that are made, and they keep targeting these players. So really, the response from the Indian team, and we in fact even spoke to Mahendra Singh Dhoni, was just that it's best to just ignore and just let it go and let it pass and focus on the cricket instead. So that really is the standpoint as far as the Indians are concerned. As far as the Australians are concerned, we have heard that Cricket Australia is going to convene a meeting and speak to maybe some of their players. This is also a request from the Indian team management to the ICC match referee a couple of days ago, where he sent that letter saying that he would like the match referee to take this issue up with the Australians and ask them to refrain from sledging. So maybe they could be dealing with these couple of issues. We don't have full clarity on what that meeting is about and what really is expected to come out of that. But we've just reached Sydney, so we should know in a little bit of time what exactly that meeting is about and what comes out of it.